Every morning you wake up, you're given a new chance, not to be someone else, not to meet someone else's expectations, but to become more of who you truly are. The most powerful relationship you'll ever have in life is the one you have with yourself. Before you can pour love, kindness, and strength into the world, you must first fill your own cup. That's where self-love begins. Self-love is not arrogance. It's not vanity. It's not about thinking you're better than others. Self-love is about recognizing your worth, even when the world fails to see it. It's standing tall after being broken. It's looking in the mirror and saying, I'm enough. Even on the days you don't feel like it. Because the truth is, you've always been enough. You've always been worthy. When you truly love yourself, you stop chasing validation from others. You no longer need likes, approval, or applause to know you have value. You understand that your peace is more important than people's opinions. You begin to protect your energy, your time, your space, because you realize that not everyone deserves access to you. Self-love means forgiving yourself for the mistakes, the mischances, the moments you fell short. You are human, and humans learn through pain. Every failure you've experienced was preparing you for growth. Every disappointment was shaping your strength. You owe it to yourself to stop being your own worst critic. Be your own supporter. Be your own cheerleader. Think of your mind and body as your home. You live there every single day. You wouldn't trash your home. So why fill your mind with negativity and self-doubt? Treat yourself with kindness. Speak to yourself with compassion. When you mess up, don't tear yourself down. Remind yourself that you are learning, improving, and moving forward. Each morning, when the sun rises, remind yourself that this is your moment to start fresh. Speak words of life into yourself. I am strong. I am capable. I am deserving of love and happiness. When you start your day with love for yourself, the world responds in kind. You attract peace. You attract strength. You attract purpose. Remember, you cannot give what you do not have. You can't pour love into others if your own heart is empty. You can't be light for someone else if you're living in darkness. So make it your mission today to fill your soul with gratitude, your heart with self-respect, and your mind with peace. Loving yourself doesn't mean you ignore your flaws. It means you accept them while working to grow beyond them. You know you are a work in progress, beautifully imperfect, constantly evolving, and endlessly valuable. So today, as you step into the world, do it with confidence. Smile not because life is perfect, but because you are choosing to be kind to yourself no matter what happens. Speak gently to your heart. Nurture your dreams. Honor your journey. Because when you love yourself deeply, you set the standard for how others should treat you. You become unstoppable. Not because life gets easier, but because you know you're worthy of every good thing coming your way. Wake up every morning and say it out loud. I am proud of who I am. I am enough. I love myself. That's the energy that changes everything. Self-love is daily discipline, not a destination. It's not a moment of perfection you finally reach. It's a choice you make every single day. It's waking up and deciding that no matter what happens, you will treat yourself with respect, kindness, and patience. True self-love isn't about bubble baths, selfies, or words of affirmation alone. It's about the quiet, consistent commitment to honor yourself even on the days when you feel unworthy or unseen. Every morning gives you two options: to believe the world's definition of your worth or to stand firm in your own. Self-love is choosing yourself, especially when you're tempted to doubt. It's showing up for yourself when no one else does. It's holding your own hand through the storm and reminding your heart that it's capable of healing. This kind of love doesn't come easily. It takes discipline. It's not about how you feel for a moment. It's about what you do every day, even when you don't feel like doing it. You build self-love by keeping the promises you make to yourself. When you say you'll start something, and you actually follow through, you strengthen your trust in yourself. When you fall and choose to rise again instead of giving up, you reinforce that trust even more. That's how confidence is born, not through perfection, but through consistency. You start to see yourself as reliable, capable, and worthy of the effort. Loving yourself also means setting boundaries. It means saying no when something drains your peace. Even if saying yes would make others happy, it's choosing solitude over company that makes you feel small. It's understanding that your time, energy, and presence are valuable, and not everyone deserves access to them. Discipline and self-love means protecting your energy as fiercely as you protect your dreams. There will be days when you doubt yourself, days when you question your purpose, and days when you struggle to recognize your reflection. But those are the moments that matter most. That's when the discipline of self-love becomes your strength. It's easy to love yourself when things go right, but powerful self-love is built when you can still look in the mirror after you've made a mistake and say, I'm still worthy, I'm still growing. Every act of self-love, no matter how small, becomes a brick in the foundation of your inner peace. Waking up early to pray, meditate, or journal, drinking water, moving your body, taking time to breathe, walking away from negativity, forgiving yourself for what you didn't know back then. Each of these things says, I value myself enough to care for me. That's discipline, showing up for your well-being even when the world distracts you with noise and chaos. Self-love is not about becoming flawless, it's about becoming whole. It's realizing that you are already enough, even while you strive to be better. It's learning that growth doesn't mean self-criticism. It means self-awareness. You grow not because you hate who you are, but because you love yourself enough to evolve. So today, remind yourself that self-love is not a final destination you reach after everything in life is perfect. It's a daily practice, a quiet, powerful commitment to nurture yourself through every season. Be patient with your progress. Be gentle with your heart. Celebrate small victories. And never forget that loving yourself isn't something you earn. It's something you deserve, simply because you are you. You don't need anyone else's permission to love yourself fully. You are allowed to be proud of how far you've come. You are allowed to rest, to heal, to start again. You are allowed to take up space in this world. So wake up every morning and say to yourself, I will love me today, not because I'm perfect, but because I'm worth it. You are your greatest relationship. The bond you have with yourself determines the quality of every other relationship in your life. Before you can love others deeply, you must first learn to love yourself. Before you can inspire, you must first believe in your own light. Every morning you wake up, you are given another chance to choose yourself, to choose peace over pressure, growth over guilt, and self-worth over self-doubt. Self-love is not a one-time act of confidence, it's a daily choice. It's about accepting yourself as you are today, while still striving to become better tomorrow. It's the ability to look in the mirror and say, I am enough, even when the world tries to tell you otherwise. Too often, we spend our lives seeking validation from others, wanting to be liked, accepted, or approved. But true freedom begins when you no longer need to be understood by everyone. You begin to realize that your value isn't determined by external opinions, but by the truth you carry within. When you love yourself, you stop begging for attention and start commanding respect. You no longer chase people who make you question your worth. Instead, you surround yourself with peace, with purpose, and with people who see your light. Loving yourself means setting boundaries, saying no when necessary, and protecting your energy from those who drain it. It's not about being perfect, it's about being authentic. When you embrace your flaws and imperfections, you give yourself permission to be real, and that authenticity becomes your greatest strength. Self-love also means forgiving yourself. You cannot grow while holding on to guilt, regret, or shame. Every mistake you've made has taught you something valuable. Every disappointment has shaped your resilience. You are not defined by what went wrong in your past. You are defined by how you rise after falling. So, give yourself grace. Speak kindly to yourself. The words you whisper to your heart each morning create the energy you carry throughout the day. There will be moments when you feel lost or broken, but even then, remind yourself that you are still whole. Life may test your confidence, challenge your strength, and shake your faith, but those are the moments when self-love matters most. Stand firm. Breathe. Remember that you are capable of rebuilding yourself from anything. You have survived every bad day you thought you couldn't, and that alone proves your power. The relationship you have with yourself sets the tone for everything else. If you constantly doubt yourself, you invite doubt from others. If you show yourself love, you attract love in return. You teach the world how to treat you by how you treat yourself. So start every morning by affirming your worth. Speak life into your spirit. I am strong. I am capable. I am deserving of love, peace, and success. The more you affirm it, the more your life begins to reflect it. Remember, self-love isn't selfish, it's sacred. You cannot pour into others if your own cup is empty. You cannot lift others if you're constantly tearing yourself down. The most powerful thing you can do for the world is to be at peace with who you are. Because when you love yourself, you shine differently. You walk with confidence, speak with purpose, and live with gratitude. So today, make a promise to yourself to show up, to be gentle, to be patient, and to be proud of how far you've come. You are your greatest relationship. Cherish it, protect it, and nurture it every single day. Because when you truly love yourself, you unlock a power that nothing and no one can take away.